It's a little windy outside, so forgive me for the audio. E36 M3 is all cleaned up for the most part. I did what I could without going into it too crazy. So the headlights cleaned up a little bit, and we went through with all the trim, and I gave it a quick little hand polish. With the machine, it would be way better, and with a plastic restorer, it would be a lot better, but just doing it real quick at home, just as part of the wash process, everything kind of got buffed up a little bit. The wheels cleaned up really nice. There are some nicks around, like you can see a little bit of clear coat failure right there. There's some scratching, but all around the wheels are in fantastic condition. Center caps need to be replaced. They're super yellow, but there's really not much curbing, surprisingly, for the age of the car and it being driven from Reno to Vegas, all the other ways. I believe this wheel is the worst. You can see some clear coat failure as well as some paint kind of chipping, and this wheel is also a little bit curved, but it's not crazy. Everything looks good. I believe with just a quick buff and polish, this thing would look amazing. Same thing for the interior. I didn't go crazy. I could have went way more in depth with this, but everything cleaned up for the majority. The floors could use a good shampoo, but I vacuumed and kind of hand scrubbed them. Same thing with the rears, could use a good shampoo, but the back seats are all dusted and all cleaned up. Headliner looks amazing, except for the sunroof slider. It's just completely missing the fabric. I don't think they redid it. Passenger seat has some cracking right here, but with a restoration kit, you'd be able to bring this back. Seats are nice and squishy, super comfortable. There's no hard spot, there's no rip on this seat. Everything works. Manual seats, door sills cleaned up amazing. This door panel is in really good shape. Same thing with the dash. This doesn't even sag that much. Center console, this is a little worn, but you can always replace that simply. Everything else looks pretty good. Center console over here, everything looks good, nothing's missing. This radio is really shitty, so I would definitely recommend replacing this if anybody buys this. But it needs a short shifter. It's super sloppy and kind of the gears are all over the place, so short shifter is definitely needed. Other than that, steering wheel's fine. Gauge cluster all works. I think this is the only panel that has missing pixels, so that would need to be replaced or swapped. Driver's seat is in great condition except for the door side bolster. As you can see, there are two tiny little rips right there, and it is pretty worn just in that spot, but still everything's squishy, everything works. That's the only spot with rips. Everything else is in nice condition. As far as the door panel goes, some of this vinyl fabric, whatever you want to call it, it is kind of separating, so if you fully or professionally re-glued that, you would have no issues. It is kind of worn, but I didn't clean this one up as much as this one because this one's in great condition, so I made sure I cleaned that one up nicely. As far as this one goes, I don't know what anybody wants to do with that or has plans, so I didn't want to do something that somebody wouldn't like, so I kind of left that one alone. But dash is super good. It's going crazy outside. But as far as the rest of the interior, the pillars are fine. They're a little bit separated right here, so they would need some new clips. Same thing with drivers, but the rest of the car is in really good shape. Needs hood struts, short shifter, windshield has cracking, so would need another windshield. Other than that, it just needs this panel. That is the only thing missing. It is not broken, it's just missing the panel. So other than that, this car cleaned up pretty decently. So I am gonna post this one for sale just to see. I want to test the market and just take a look. But my girlfriend actually does like this car, but she does understand that it needs some work to be a decent daily driver. It has check engine light on for O2 sensor, I believe. I had to check the code. I don't know if it's any different with this, but it has one code and I took a picture of it, so I'll throw in the code here. And then other than that, everything's in really decent condition. Once this would be replaced and this is replaced, interior would be amazing, except for that rip, but that's not a big deal. You can fix that, you can get that replaced, whatever you need to do. As far as the rest of the car, there is a full-size star wheel, whatever style that is. There is a full-size one in the trunk ready to go. Everything else is here. It has what I believe is a muffler or just a resonator delete, but it's kind of loud, raspy, not my style. So I would definitely recommend an aftermarket exhaust. But surprisingly, everything is here for the interior and exterior, and there's really not much damage. 149,000 miles, clean title, factory 5-speed. It's a pretty decent car for what it is. I wouldn't be sure what to value this car. So if you guys have any idea, or if you have an offer, hit me with it. Let's see what you guys come up with. I did forget to mention the most ghetto part of this car is that the driver's door does not open from the outside. So you gotta come in here, pop it open, and as well, window regulators both need to be replaced. Forgot to mention that. Go ahead and give you guys a start. It is pretty cold. I literally just drove it here. Starts right up. No weird knocking, no ticking, no rattles. This is what's on the dash. Check engine lights for the one code, check control, and airbag light is on. I'm not sure why. I don't have a code scanner that reads airbags, but everything's in good working condition. I drove all the way from Reno to Las Vegas, so it did an 8-hour road trip yesterday. So obviously this thing is in decent mechanical condition. I don't have many service records or any major records. It has full cooling system and some odds and ends, but that's really it. I don't have any major repairs or know what it needs for major repairs. I don't know what the major faults are besides the cooling system. But it does feel pretty good. It feels super healthy. Only 149,000 miles, so I would hope so. But I gave it some pulls last night to see how it felt, and it pulled strong all the way to high RPM. No issues, no hesitation, no hiccups. Just sounds like shit. But if I keep it, I will 100% address that. If not, then the next owner can be my guest to change that. This is the dash after it being on, so it's just check engine light and it's just an airbag light. But other than that, it idles smooth, it doesn't hiccup, has no mechanical issues. The only thing I would say is the short shifter. That's the only thing I would recommend. Other than that, heat works, just not crazy, but it does work. And radio situation is a little iffy. But other than that, that's about it for this video. Just wanted to give you a quick overview of the car, let you know the issues, and get it out there that this thing is possibly for sale. So if you have an offer, evaluation, let me know. If anything, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching.